Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so the nostalgia critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Hey kids, you missed that 70s show? You want to see something that's close to that 70s show? You want something that involves two of the favorite characters from that 70s show? Well, then you're gonna love this show! That's right, I'm looking at The Ridge, another Netflix series that looks like it makes Netflix look like a genius. Now, I don't know how strict Netflix is with their copyright laws, so I don't think I'm going to be able to show you an episode, but I can definitely give you the skinny on what this series is about and whether or not I should recommend it. But first, let's show you the trailer. That way you get an idea of what you're seeing. That's right, you got Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson. You might remember them as Kelso and Hyde, and they kind of relive those characters in this show.
Smart enough to tell you how to live your life.
You also got Deborah Winger. You might remember her as Wonder Girl when Linda Carter was Wonder Woman. Or you may not have noticed at all. Well, in any case, she's in this show too. And the voice that you're hearing in the background is in this show too. He's the one that does the Dodge Ram commercials and the Coors Banquet beer commercials. That would be Sam Elliott, and that would be him right there. You might also remember him from Ghost Rider.
Or you wake up one day and find yourself eating quinoa. Whatever the fuck that is. Rooster, go along.
Oh, you were a linebacker, Dad.
One day we did it all. Played both ways.
Yeah, that means something different nowadays, Dad.
Yeah, but back then, both ways meant you played both sides of the football. Which is actually true. That was the case back then.
Colt Bennett, crazy seeing you. What are you up to?
Dad called, said he needs some help at home, so decided it was time to be MVP of life and not just football.
Still full of shit, huh?
What are you doing here?
I got a tryout.
Are you kidding me? Are you still chasing this dream? You're 34.
This is getting good. I'm gonna grab a beer. No punches till I get back.
You stay healthy. You're looking at another 30 years of waking up at dawn and working that ranch with your sons.
Sweet Jesus, take me now.
When I sit on the porch and drink alone, I'm an alcoholic, but you're here, just two brothers bonding.
These last few days have been some of the best days we've ever had.
Maybe I'm the good luck charm this family needs.
Hell, the barn's on fire.
There's the name of the show, The Ranch. Only available on Netflix, so if you have a Netflix account, definitely check it out. Now, let me give you my 2 cents. I'll give you the skinnies on this show and then give you my take on it. So, here's what essentially happened. Sam Elliott plays this rancher named Bo. He runs a barn in Colorado. Which is ironic because in this show, they drink Budweiser a lot. You would have thought that since they're in Colorado, and oh by the way, Coors was founded in Colorado, you would have thought that they would have drank in Coors. Of course, that would have been an excuse for another promotion by Sam Elliott with that Coors, the banquet beer. In any case, he runs a barn and his son Rooster is helping him out. Danny Masterson is the one that plays Rooster. And yes, he kinda relives his role of Hyde in this one. Ashton Kutcher plays a former high school superstar quarterback named Colt. He's coming back and is determined to try out and make a football team. He decides not to because he figures that Bo needs help with the ranch. So he decides to help him out with the ranch. And he pretty much reprises his role of Kelso in this one. You know, where he does it and doesn't act smart. Get it? Deborah Winger's character, she is the wife of Bo and the mother of both Rooster and Colt. Crazy enough, the two are still married, yet they live separately. She lives in a trailer away from the farm, and she owns a bar, which the boys frequently go to get free beer because they happen to be family. So, there you go. They're trying to raise the farm and raise some cattle and do typical farm stuff. Now, if you're not into that country stuff, this probably won't bode you well. But if you don't mind it, then you're going to enjoy it because it has a lot of humor, a lot of comedy, and I quite frankly enjoy all the characters. Everyone is so unique and they're all hilarious in my opinion. Especially Bo. Now you know Sam Elliott always has that one tone of voice. In this show, he uses that one tone for many different emotions. Whether he's angry, happy, or sad, or sarcastic, this guy is absolutely off the scale funny, and he pretty much is the anchor of this show. Now, nothing to take away from Danny Masterson or Ashton Kutcher. Both did superb jobs. But by golly, does Sam Elliott carry the weight of this show. Deborah Winger also does a magnificent job as well. She kind of plays the mother, and she does it pretty darn well. But you know it's all about the sibling rivalry, which is perfect for Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher, since they always, got into arguments and got into fights as Hyde and Kelso, so it makes sense that they're siblings in this one. Except that Danny Masterson doesn't punch Ashton Kutcher in the arm like he does in that 70s show. He punches him in square in the nuts, and they have that type of rivalry. But they get along quite well. They're both very funny, and they're both very amusing to watch. And it's great to see that you got a technical That 70s Show reunion, even though it's just two of the characters. I have heard rumors that they're going to try and bring some of the other That 70s Show cast members back on for reunion. Although, to be quite honest, they brought back some other characters. Like, you remember that one character at the end of Season 7 in the first episode of Season 8? I don't! Because he wasn't really much of a boost for that show at the end. But he makes a guest appearance on a few episodes. One of the actors from 2.5 Men makes an appearance in one of the episodes as he plays the accountant when they're trying to get a loan for the farm because they can't afford it anymore. So, yeah, that's not good. But you get to see some characters that you've seen before. Oh, yeah, and the guy who played Randy on My Name is Earl, you might also remember him from Remember the Titans. He's in this one as well. He plays the cop and buddy to Colt. But it's a pretty good show. I absolutely enjoyed it, and the characters are quite memorable in my opinion. And so, essentially, they're raising this barn. They go through all this crazy family type stuff in a farm type of way. The theme song is very interesting. The intro to this one makes you think that this is a movie. Especially when you catch the first episode and you're thinking, oh, this is a movie. No, it's just a TV show. It's just a kick-ass intro. That's what it is. But they do all kinds of crazy stuff like hunting and having a night out at the motel. They do it a lot. They have their romantic scenes. They have relationships that they talk about. All that wonderful stuff. It's pretty much like That 70s Show, except it's for the country people. Except I could actually get past the country stuff because, by golly, this is absolutely hilarious. But like I said before, all the characters are very memorable. They all do their roles very well. Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher, you get to see them reprise their roles of Kelso and Hyde, which is absolutely enjoyable and nostalgic for those who remember That 70s Show. And Sam Elliott pretty much made the show what it was. He is hilarious. And it's funny because he only has one tone. He's only got one tone, yet he's able to have so many emotions on that one tone. It makes it absolutely enjoyable for him to watch. And his jokes are absolutely hilarious. Like, there's this one scene where he's going to the doctor and he's got high blood pressure, which kind of reminds you of Red Forming, so to speak, because he had to deal with blood pressure. And he's like, how do you handle and the doctor's like, how do you handle the pressure? And he's like, steak and potatoes. I mean, come on, that's freaking hilarious. Because you know a countryman, that's all about eating red meat. It's not all about the veggies, which I would totally love living that life. Except for the beer part, I'm not really much of a drinker. But you get the idea. He's that hilarious. And so, if you definitely get a chance, and you definitely have a Netflix account, and you're looking for something that's close to That 70s Show, even though I know That 70s Show is on Netflix, definitely check out The Ranch. I hope that they can go past one season. They did 10 episodes, so definitely check them out. I'm hoping that they do more than one season, because this show definitely has the potential to be a kick-ass Netflix show. And Netflix is really hitting the ballpark with these nostalgic memories. You got Fuller House, now you got The Ranch. Definitely check out The Ranch if you get a chance. I highly recommend it, especially if you love that 70s show. This kind of will take you back in time, essentially. I'm the CommanderZander. I remembered something nostalgic Greg done that to, and neither should you.